Let's see, repair of cage lamp part 1. Um, Lady brought this in for repair, and I don't know whether you can see it or not. I've got this on close-up. There's some deformation in the middle in here. This has gotten pushed in. This has gotten pushed in. You can see where these seams are spreading. So I have to take all of the glass out of this to be able to fix it. Now, I have to get the glass out of here so that I can push this back out and straighten part of it out. Some of you might be going, well, why you got to take the glass out? So, well, when I have to repair these, and I have to have glass bent for these, I basically get it done through, there's a gentleman by the name of John Curran out of Elmwood Park in Chicago, and I would take out a good piece and send it to him, and he will, if he doesn't already have a mold, he will make a mold from the good piece, curve it, and send it back to me. I'm just putting this tape on here because I don't want it to spread any more while I'm taking all of the glass out. So, he's very reasonable, but with the cost of mailing it back and forth, it comes out to about $100 a panel to have this done, which is reasonable for me. May not be reasonable for other folks, but it's reasonable for me. So I don't want to break any of the glass in straightening out the top, and I also have to solder around the top of these things and get these seams back together, and to do that you have to take the glass out. I'm not taking a chance on breaking the glass because I'd rather be right. Now, I've gotten that stabilized, kind of, and we turn it over. You can see where it's setting on here, and it's going to want to fit a little bit better. Now, it may want to shift a little bit. Okay, let's see if we can see that a little better close up. Now, in shades like this, you've got these tabs, and these tabs have to be pried up gently and closed like I'm doing, and sometimes squeeze with little pliers if you have them. Okay, they're fairly pliable depending on how strong your fingers are to be able to get these things to close to get the glass out. And I'd rather be safe than sorry, because if I break something, if I break one of these pieces of glass, that's $100. I get folks go, well, you don't need to do that, you can fit. No, you can't. You have to get the glass out to be able to do the repair. And it doesn't just rip out of there. You've got to be careful getting the glass out. Now, something else that happens with these little tabs, as I call them, is that sometimes they fall off. We don't know if this has ever been worked on. And also, I'm going to be cleaning the glass also. Can you see how filthy this is? Can you see that? This will get cleaned inside and out before I put it back on there. So, not necessarily numbering where these things go, but that's kind of how they do go. So, I'm going to shut off the camera because you don't need to see me. It's going to waste too much time to pull all the glass out and have to film it. I'm not going to do one of these high-speed things like I see other folks do. I mean, that's a nice dance. We don't need to do all that. You can see how filthy this is. Very hard to clean this when it's in the cage itself. So I'm pulling out all of the glass, and then I will get back to you, because then I have to clean the inside. See, these things were basically made, these are what you would call early injection molded in sections don't know if you can see that, but this is a seam. So this was a section that was injection molded, and it was soldered together on the seams. This is a solder bead on the inside. Okay, very gingerly, probably in a mold. These I have to straighten out too also. You got to be very careful because you can break those off. And then they solder this on. You can see that. Let's move the camera a little bit. Then they would solder this on. This helps, gives it some strength. Now some of these actually had like a piece of wire on the outside. This one doesn't have it. If it did, the damage might not be as drastic as it is. So I'm going to shut this off and I will get back to you.